Yesterday, I made an emergency video that I was opening up 3 new trades here, and these trades are right now already in more than $100,000 of profit. And on today's update video, I am going to be talking exactly about the rotation that is going to be happening right now, and that is already starting to be happening right here. I'm of course going to be talking about Bitcoin and the last part of the cycle where we are currently in, and of course how you can make the most amount of money of this last 3 months in this market that is probably gonna be exactly like the last few days here. So I will be exactly discuss that on today's update video. So don't forget to once again slap up that like button back above 1,000 likes. That will be highly appreciated, and let me jump straight away in towards today's update video. So first of all, yesterday we did an incredible job with opening up 3 new trades here on the channel on WeX, and these 3 trades that I opened on Ondo, Cardano and on Pepe are already all exploding. And of course yesterday I explained the reason why I did open them very shortly, but basically what I'm betting on is a big rotation from Ethereum in towards these coins. And if you want to be trading yourself right now, guys, there is an insane deposit bonus available on WeX, because if you go to the highest link description of today's video, you can literally get a free $100 by signing up an account, confirming your email and phone number, and then you can already start to open up your free trade. And on top of that, everything you deposit on this exchange, you get an extra 20% rewarded towards your account. So we're already up more than 50% of the accounts. I deposited about $200,000 in towards this yesterday. Now it's already on 300k. But let me quickly explain you about why I think it is going to be even explode further. So of course, we have seen Ethereum perform absolutely tremendous. It's been going up and up and up. And of course, one of the reasons for it is because Sharplink Gaming, the micro strategy of Ethereum, is buying more and more and more. And actually, yesterday evening, they made an announcement that they're going to be raising $5 billion to buy even more Ethereum. So it's literally the exact same strategy as Michael Saylor, but then for Ethereum, guys. And this is, of course, going to really kickstart an insane altcoin season, because this money that of course Sharplink is moving towards Ethereum is eventually going to be moving towards the large caps, and eventually is going to kickstart a major altcoin season. And that is why I am in these major long positions, because I am betting on a big continuation of this trend. And now I've got my entries already sorted. I just have to do only one thing and let it ride towards the upside. And I am planning to once again make like $3 million from this account. My last account as well, I traded it from 300k to $3 million, which is a 10x. If I can do it from 200k this time, it will be, of course, absolutely tremendous. And for the ones that don't know it or don't believe it or whatsoever, my entire journey about my Ethereum trade is also, of course, documented on this channel. Just go back like 2 months or 3 months and just look at all the videos, how hard I was buying up the Ethereum dip here. But what I want to be explaining is that, of course, Bitcoin is currently still strong. It is in a move towards the upside, but this is not going to be staying forever, because I personally believe this bull market is only going to be lasting for about 2.5 months from this point. At least this is what the data tells us. I mean, of course, I understand it is good to be excited. I understand why you are excited, but this is always the last part of the cycle where we go the most exponential, so people also get the most excited, right? And also retail returns. So we are entering that later stage of the cycle right now. I still believe we have got steam towards the upside. I think we're going to be going somewhere towards this level right here, which is about $140,000. And for Ethereum, in my opinion, $4,000 is going to be a big resistance, but I ultimately do still think we're going to hit a new all-time high, like you can see on the ETH compared to Bitcoin valuation. Of course, the next resistance is going to be the 0.032 level, which is likely going to be hit anytime soon here. So yeah, we cleared most of the levels of resistance already for ETH. And of course, if we just look at most of the fractals, it is likely that we're going to be seeing a continuation towards the upside, because yesterday as well, we got BlackRock that felt for a staking Ethereum ETF, which is also insanely bullish. I mean, apparently the good news just can't stop at all in the market. So yeah, we're going to get probably a staking ETF here, because BlackRock is applying for it. It is most likely going to be happening. And that will basically cause Ethereum to attract even more value, because you literally get returns on your ETF. So that is, of course, going to be quite exciting in my opinion. Yesterday already, we saw over $600 million worth of inflows again here. And do understand, all this money is eventually going to be flowing towards the large caps. And that is why I'm betting so heavily on it with my trades here. So I won't be surprised that I'm going to be printing so much more with this account very shortly. And like I said earlier in the video, don't forget to check it out in the link description of today's video if you want to sign up an account to there for sure. But really, if I'm looking at most of the data points, also right here, you can see this ETH compared to Bitcoin chart, and on the monthly RSI, you can see that always whenever we do see the crossover on this RSI, on the baseline, it is basically either Ethereum season or it is either Bitcoin season whenever the RSI crosses the line above here. So over here you can see we had that bullish crossover, and basically that caused Bitcoin season to get started. Also right here you can see the crossover was of course towards the downside, the bearish crossover, and that of course marked the beginning of Ethereum season. And right now, once again, we had that crossover. I already warned you about it 2 months ago. Literally 2 months ago I posted this chart as well, and now we see the continuation of this trend here. So Ethereum is showing a lot of strength and is not only breaking out against Bitcoin or against the dollar, it is also breaking out against Solana, Cardano, and all these other major coins as well here. So a lot of money is rotating back towards the Ethereum price action right now here. I mean, if I am going to be honest, I think we are running in towards somewhat of an important level of resistance, but I don't know how difficult it's going to be for Ethereum to be breaking above it. After this level, the only next resistance left here is going to be $4,080. And I really think around that $4,000 level, especially after seeing such a big move towards the upside, I won't be surprised for a slight little cool off here. And of course, ultimately in that next cool off phase here is where you want to be loading up your major positions. So also, really, I think that people don't get the scale of this next move which is about to happen. This is the Bitcoin dominance chart here. We're probably going to be moving towards this range here on the lower side to 52% approximately. And whenever we're going to be moving towards this range, guys, there's a lot of money to be made here. It is always that later stage of the cycle where the most amount, actually also on altcoins and also on Bitcoin and ETH, of course, where the biggest gains are realized, right? So you can see it in the first real altcoin season. Really, in the last period of that bull market is where the big altcoin season happened. Then also last time around here, in the last period, of course, of the bull market, that is where the big gains were made on altcoins. And yeah, once again, you can see it over here. Now we're entering that last stage of the cycle. Maybe we're not going to be going to the ultimate lows, but if we already go down to like 55% here, it would be massive for altcoins. And altcoins are going to be absolutely exploding here. I mean, we can start to see it also on most of the charts here. It was first Bitcoin season, but Bitcoin has been very boring. It has been, of course, consolidating around all-time highs here, and it is really altcoins that are shining right now here. And of course, this better after better news here also for Ethereum, and that is one of the reasons why we are seeing such big flows entering the market right now here. And of course, ultimately, what we want is the interest from retail to return. We can start to see it is slowly happening right now here. Interest for altcoins is coming back here, but ultimately, whenever this is at the peak again here, that is where we want to be distributing. But for now, it looks to be that we're not at that peak yet here, but whenever we're going to be entering that stage, that last part of the cycle, guys, so that's going to be probably in 1.5 to 2 months, we should start to be offloading. And that is also exactly what I will be doing, and that is also exactly what I will be showing on the channel. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel right now. And of course, I'm also in this bull market top going to be shorting a lot of altcoins, because there is also a lot of money to be made here, because while altcoins can go up very quickly, they can come down also very quickly again here. So guys, this is exactly what I'm currently doing. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, slap on the like button, sign up an account to WeX in the link description of today's video, because you've got only 11 days left here till the campaign is going to be ending, and then you can't claim a free $100 anymore over there. So that was it for me in today's update video. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.